welcome to the Hellraisers Ball, where decadence and depravity are the laws of the land. So strap yourself in, kids. It's going to be a wild ride. Tonight, we had one hell of a show planned for you, and I think we still do, actually. But a lot of the people that were supposed to actually be here live in the studio are going to be calling in on the phone. I know we're going to be having an interview with a personal friend and former bandmate of yours, correct?
Right, yeah. Mr. Greg Chaisson from Badlands.
And if anyone hasn't heard of Badlands, they've probably been living under a rock for like the last, 25 years?
Yeah, if you're not a Badlands fan, then of that band, then something was wrong with you, yeah.
I mean, High Wire, Dreams in the Dark, and I know they had probably other hits.
Yeah.
More than that, right?
Was it Call a Winner? Is that what it was?
I think, no.
Winter's Call, yeah.
And I think we're going to play one of the videos a little bit later.
Yeah, well, in just a few minutes, actually, yeah. So.
Very cool. And we're going to get Greg on the phone, and we'll be talking to him. And then another local musician, Talon Black, who a lot of people might know from L.A. Pussycat. He has a brand new band called Melrose, and they're going to be opening for Bang Tango over at the State Theater this coming Friday, March 15th, which coincidentally is also the same day that Queensryche featuring Todd LaTorre is going to be playing over at the Ritz.
And that's the show I'm going to be at.
That's the show I'm going to be at, too. But I did promise Talon that we'll probably send somebody out there and get some video of the band that we could feature later on Hellraisers Ball. So we'll try to represent and get out there. And he's going to be calling in, and I think the lead vocalist. And then kind of excited to announce the first anniversary of Hellraisers Ball is coming up on March 27th. And to celebrate accordingly, we're going to be featuring different events for the entire month from March 27th to April 27th. We're going to get Rick White from LA Hangout on the phone because Hellraisers Ball is going to be doing some work over there and help promote some local shows over at the LA Hangout.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about a tentative date for Friday, April 5th, but that's still kind of up in the air. And the whole thing will wrap over at Bourbon Street in Newport Richey on April 27th. That's a Saturday night. And that's already etched in stone.
Okay.
That's already a done deal. And a little bit later, I think we're going to be talking to the infamous Angie Campbell from Den of Thieves.
Who?
Angie Campbell.
Oh, okay.
You ever heard of her?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's going to be coming on and talking to us about some of the shows that Den of Thieves has coming up. And she's waving.
Yeah, she was waving to me. Yeah, she was telling me I was number one. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got in the number one before. Sure. Everyone's number one with Angie. And so we got a lot of stuff coming up, and you never know what else might happen. What is that? There's a very large projectile.
I used to have those when I used to play those when I was a kid.
Yo-yos.
Things are great, man.
Is it a paper yo-yo? Is that what that is?
Yo-yo, right?
Yeah.
Look.
It's some kind of party.
I just thought you were excited to see Angie. That's what.
Yippee!
And actually, tonight we were supposed to have Aubrey Bryant on the show, and he's a photographer and videographer that actually did the first Hellraisers
So
Ball
what happened to him?
shoot over at.
What happened to him?
He fell asleep.
What's with these? Seriously, does he and Wade Black like share bunk beds together or something, or what?
They might.
Seriously, they're
Maybe
on
we
the
should
same
call him. Maybe
on the same clock. You know. Sorry, Wade, but man, we've tried to call you twice. And hello.
I was going to ask if he wanted to call in tonight too, but I figured I'd
no. No, Wade.
I'd count my losses and maybe wait a week or two to try that one. He's gonna have to come.
Do it when I'm not here.
He's gonna have to come into the studio.
That's what I think you should do. There you go.
Yeah, he's done it before. Somebody told me that. Well, he's got to wake up early. I was like, well, for more than 2 or 3 months in a row, he made it every Tuesday. So I know he can do it.
That's what I thought, but you know.
As a matter of fact, I got some really, really kick-ass footage of War of Thrones opening for Firewind over at the State Theater. And I think I may just hold back on playing it until Wade actually comes in.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we can't play tonight anyhow because the entire folder of information that I tried to transfer onto my flash drive
Yeah.
didn't quite make it there.
Okay. Well, trust me, we're going to talk to Greg, and I talked to Greg for a good hour and a half yesterday. We had a lot of catching up to do, actually, and so he's going to tell us a lot about what's going on in his career right now, because he actually got out of it for a little while, I think, and then and if he was, what I mean by out of it is like he wasn't trying to go do anything really national, it's just more local stuff, I do believe, and but he's going to talk about also the old Badlands days, and and just probably great freaking band, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, well, I'll wait until he gets on here and we'll talk about it more. But as far as I'm concerned, Ray was probably, he was the, and I'll say this again when Greg gets on, he's probably the complete package when it came to
being a frontman.
Oh, dude, I mean, the guy had it all, and I got a couple stories about Ray, but I'll talk about it when we get Greg on, because Greg was there, so.
Very cool. And I guess we'll also be talking to him about what he has going on these days.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's doing the thing with Dwayne, so he'll tell us all about it. Yeah. So,
very, very cool.
But we're going to do one of his videos. I wanted to do one of the Badlands videos first.
Okay.
And then we'll get in.
Now, which one do we have queued up?
I'm not quite sure. Which one do we have?
We've got all three on there.
You got all three on there? I would just do...
See down here in the lower left of the screen? Right here?
Okay. Just do Dreams in the Dark.
Which one?
I'm not sure. They don't. You just loaded them. They don't say.
Let me double check.
It'd be cool. We could do Dreams in the Dark before we talk to him, and then Highwire
That's
right
fine.
after.